What is EAD 315?
It's basically like a leadership class teaching us about ourselves as leaders, other people, and how to apply that to like a community, our major, or a future job we might be in, and how to utilize those kind of traits successfully.
Okay.
Did you feel that it was going to be helpful?
To be honest, at first I didn't. I was just like, okay, like this is a class about leadership. I know about myself as a leader and stuff, but actually, after completing the class, I felt like I learned a lot more about myself than I've, if I wouldn't have taken the class. So it did kind of help me in a lot of ways. So I thank my teacher and people in my class for helping me realize that.
Okay, that's cool, Jeffrey.
Thank you.
What was your mindset going into this course?
Just to pass. I mean, obviously that's everybody's mindset when they take a course here at MSU. Is just we want to pass. Like we don't really have our mindset on the work itself. We just want to find the easiest way to get through. But this class, it was easy, but it was challenging at some times. So my overall mindset was just to learn and grow from it. It's basically it.
Okay. After taking this course, did you recognize growth?
Yeah, I did. Actually, I have a different outlook on certain things that I've been getting myself into, like group work in class and interacting with people in general. Because I think that's the main way you can learn about yourself is interacting with people. Like what we're doing now, like I learn about how the kind of person that I am and how responsive I am to certain questions about me. So I think that I grew as a person, but I think the real test is when I'm actually out in the real world doing something that I want to do, and I'm showing that I'm able to use what I learned in this class and apply it to the real world. So I really feel like I've grown in a way, but I haven't reached my maximum potential yet.
So do you feel like you need more experience?
Yeah, I really do. Like that's why I want to get involved in more organizations on campus. Like that kind of inspired me taking this class because we did service learning, and we did one of the parts of our class, like the agenda thingy, was to go visit an organization on campus, and I chose to visit one of them, and I didn't really like it, but I felt like it's okay to not like something. So hopefully my next year here at MSU, I can dig and dive into some more bigger stuff, organizations on campus, and learn a lot about myself and other people as well.
Both the leadership assessments display. How do you feel you have grown in leadership since the start of the class?
We took two assessments. The first one was based on like personality traits and stuff, and we had 5 practices in which we were judged based on, and I scored the lowest and challenged the process and enabled others to act. And then the color test, I was a blue, and that's basically like describing like the inner person that I am, and it's like basically a supporter, a person with a big heart, and I feel like I've grown from the start of the class by kind of looking at that and making those my goals to actually start challenging the process more and enabling others to act. I feel like that was a big thing throughout this course that I've learned about myself in particular. My goal this semester was to kind of take the passenger role, because every time I'm in the group or something, or I'm leading something, I always want to take fully control, and I never want to give anybody else a chance to show like their leadership skills. So obviously throughout this course, it was just me trying to hide back a little bit and let someone else step up and take the role. And I feel like I did that for a long time, and now it's just worked to a point where I want to start being the driver's seat again. Like I don't like really being a passenger. I don't feel like someone else is controlling me. And what was the last question again?
Did you achieve them? Do you want to change them?
Yeah, I achieved them in a way, and of course I want to change them. Like obviously, as I do more and more things throughout my life, there's gonna be times where I have to step up to the plate, and I always step back, because that's my biggest thing, trying to take control all the time. So yeah, I feel like I achieved it.
What are the 5 practices? What did you learn from them?
The 5 practices are model the way, challenge the process, encourage the heart, enable others to act, and inspire to share a vision. And basically, I learned that I'm strong in some of those areas and others I'm not. But after reading this book, which is called the Student Leadership Training, a lot of stuff in here kind of reminded me of myself, but it gave a different approach on how to solve those specific issues in that particular practice. So the book kind of gave me a lot of different ways to think about how I can be successful in reaching a goal of challenging the process or modeling the way.
In which area do you feel like you're grown the most? You've grown the most over the semester.
I would just say encourage the heart, because during class I rarely talked, because I feel like I always talk sometimes, so I feel like I can give somebody else a chance to talk. And when they do talk, I feel like what they have to say is really important. So I feel like encourage the heart is still one of my strongest ones, so I'm satisfied with that.
Style. And your leadership style.
I learned that I kind of just go with the flow of things sometimes. I don't really challenge the process or inspire or share a vision, because I'm just all about getting it done. I'm a goal-setting person, so that's kind of what I reach for. And my leadership style, there are certain aspects of working with a group where I tend to lead stuff if I feel like we're lacking. So that's kind of been the same thing since I was little, I guess. So that's my leadership style.
Make you a stronger leader.
I don't really feel like it made me a stronger leader just because it was simply recycling, but I figured that I learned a lot more about the people that I work with in my group and the recycling center we have here on campus at MSU. So that's really one of the things that I learned, and that's it.
Reaching out to the community, open your eyes to issues that exist in the world.
Yeah, I believe so, because obviously recycling is something that's very important in society. Like, we all should recycle for many reasons, and I feel like that's one of the top things we wanted to get across in this project this semester was recycling, and we did that successfully, so I was actually happy.
Of diversity and privilege play a role in group dynamics and your leadership?
I mean, obviously it teaches an important lesson of getting to work with people of all kind of different races, genders, and religions or whatever, because when you're going into your major, you want to be able to have that kind of trait where you can work with any kind of person despite like the differences from you. And in my leadership role, diversity is one of my favorite values, and I feel like it's one of the most important ones because I grew up in an area of diversity, so I'm used to a lot of different people and interacting with all different kind of cultures and genders, so that's the kind of role it plays.
Pardon?
How do you plan to continue to grow as a leader?
Involve myself in activities and stuff that kind of forces me to be a leader, and try to take away something from everything that I do that kind of incorporates with being a leader.
Okay, cute.
It seems like leadership, it seems like you discover yourself, different opportunities, learning your values. How will you handle disappointments, setbacks, and mistakes?
Yeah, I feel like though the setbacks and stuff is what makes you grow more as a person, because obviously if you went through life just being successful at everything, you wouldn't learn about yourself in particular. So I feel like when you go through trial and error, that's the most beneficial part of being a leader, is having those setbacks.
What are some new goals you have now that the class has come to a close?
My biggest goal would be to bring my grades up from last semester. I think that's one of the biggest things. I'm trying to recover in a way that it's going to look good for me and make me feel better.
How would you do that, Jeffrey?
Well, I've been studying and utilizing my teacher's office hours and put a lot bit more effort into my work. I think this class has really helped me realize that you have a goal and you can reach it by just putting in hard work. That pays off in the end.
What are your biggest takeaways from this semester?
But I still have a lot of growing and maturing to do. Like, this is just like the first couple of steps into me reaching, like I said, my maximum potential. So I feel like as I wander off and do more other things, the next couple of months or next couple of years, I can learn way more about myself than just in a class. I can actually have real world experience. So that's basically what it is.
How has your class impacted you?
It made me realize that there are a lot of people out here who are kind of like searching for themselves in terms of being a leader, especially in college where you feel like there's so much going on at once. You don't know who you are or what kind of, or the way you can kind of recover from a situation, like something like in my case, my grades. So I think it kind of opened my eyes to think like I'm not the only one going through it, and we all can work to achieve what we want to in life, and that's the biggest thing that we can possibly do as humans.
Okay, Jeffrey, last question before I let you go. Any final thoughts or class ideas about your leadership? Like, do you have any advice to students or kids in general back at home, or just even for me?
I think everyone should be able to utilize a service learning class. Like, not even just leadership. This class was also a service learning. And I think that at this school we need a lot more students pursuing that. It actually helps you a lot more than you think it will. So I would say if you are looking to learn about yourself, earn 3 credits and pass or fail, it's not even about that. It's more about yourself. You should utilize the opportunity to take a leadership class because you really learn a lot in a couple of weeks about just who you are. So, and it's a great way to interact with people as well. I made a lot of friends in this class, and I feel like that's very beneficial to me and them as well. They're great people, so you meet people that way as well. It was a good experience. I'm happy I did it.